This is ITV. Certainly the best.
Thank you for staying with me on TMI Tuesday, and we're looking at Nigerian youth and leadership, prospects and challenges. And discussing this with me, I have Francis Uwaifo, who is a clergyman and a public affairs analyst. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Good morning, viewers.
And of course, I have the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Chairman Edo Chapter, Ajayi Innocent. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, viewers at home, especially the youth.
Actually, Ajayi Innocent is the #1 youth of Edo State.
Thank you very much.
And I must say that so far, you've really geared towards ensuring that we have a safe body of youths in Edo State.
Yeah.
But they could keep hearing that Nigerian youths are really the future leaders. They say the future of Nigeria belongs to the Nigerian youths. But again, Nigeria will not really get to its full potentials if the youths of today are not standing for the right thing. Do you see the youths as really standing for the right thing?
Well, thank you very much, my youth leaders at home. Once again, I wish the entire youth of Edo State a happy Independence Day celebration, and also pray that the 58 years that we just entered should be a better year.
57 years.
We
are gone in for 58
now. I think it's a better. We should pray for a better year.
Yeah.
And from the question you asked, the first thing that comes to the mind of those at home now, who are the youth? What is the population of the youth? What do they understand by the word youth? Well, when we say youth, we are talking about those who have the potential, the energy to sustain any community or economy. And when people say, are the youth ready? I begin to wonder what kind of question is that. But sincerely, I think today, if you look at when Nigeria was doing well, it was because at that point in time, the youth was given opportunity to stand on the matter of leadership. But because of the kind of leader that we have, I've said it in different forums, that one of the greatest problems of Nigeria today is that because we have bad leadership. And for
At present.
When I mean bad leadership, it goes across every sector of the economy. And to surprise you, Mr. Philip, we are not leaders of tomorrow. We are leaders of today. Because we keep on hearing leaders of tomorrow, leaders of today. We are leaders of today. You don't need to be a president of this country, a governor of a state before you be a leader. In your own various capacity, they are all leaders. And I must say that the youth at today, they are standing in the area they feel that this country will be better for us. And let me say this. What we need today is the youth must understand that we just serious-minded generation. I'm talking about the generation that we have today. When we are serious, we have a better place and we have a better country for us to stay. But all the same, I will appeal to our leader. It is high time for them to give us a chance. That's why there's a bill called not too run, not too young to run.
Yes.
And with this, I believe when youth have been given the opportunity, because at that point in time, the brain is working very fast. You cannot compare a man of 70 something, late 60, compared to somebody at the age of 25 to 30, 40. At least that mentality are different because there is that energy. Philip, let me say this. I want you to compare your life back to 10 or 15 years ago. There are some things you cannot do again. Even when you are doing it, you use all your energy to do it. But those are things we are doing with ease because that shows that the older you go, the more you get weaker.
I'm yet to identify those. So, I'm yet to identify that.
Are you sure what you're saying?
I'm yet to identify
no,
that.
Mr. Philip,
that means I'm stronger than you.
Mr. Philip, Mr. Philip.
I've left you on that stage.
Just imagine, Philip.
I've gone past that.
If they're not okay, Philip, can you run down from here to Ringo? What will you do?
I've never been an athlete. I've never been an athlete. And I will run the way I've been running. Let's leave that. But if we ask Pastor Francis Uwaifo to do that, I think he could beat me on that because he's been an athlete all the way back from his school days.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, correct.
All right, so let's leave that one. I'm going to pass you that. All right. Now, Francis Uwaifo, we keep hearing like what he said, Nigerian youth are ready. But I asked him that question because of this one. We see in elections, we still see violence being perpetrated by youths. we still see youths being beguiled by some corrupt politicians to do the otherwise. We still see youths, some crop of youths, still engaging on agitations that seem not to culture Nigeria on the right path. So in all of this, are you seeing the youths of today as missing the orientation? Or what could be responsible for this?
All right, I want to say that I believe that the youth of today we've missed it somehow, somehow. I believe I attribute to the eroded family value.
Okay.
Yes, family value.
Family values.
Yes, family values. Because Bible said that we should train up a child the way he should grow, that when he grows, he will not depart away from it. So when you find out that when you are from a family that gives its children good upbringing. I remember when I was growing up, my parents sit us down and tells us, we are not rich, but don't bring trouble. You must live by example.
Yeah.
You must, good name to us is better than riches. So these were the things that parents used to preach to their children. And they tell them that you must be a good citizen for the family. You must be a good child from the home to be a good citizen of the nation, because what you grow, what is built in you, the values, the respect, and everything that you need to have as a child, when they are missing, as it is right now, you find out that when the child grows up, he does anyhow. That's why you see you today. They do whatever they want to do. They are into vices that destroy their life. They go into drugs.
Okay,
they
but
go into courtesan,
but don't you also see this as a chain reaction that the people are really getting frustrated by the style of leadership in Nigeria, and everyone wants to go through the very sharp approach in getting things done.
Yes.
Couldn't that also be the frustration?
Yes, you see, we have various. I have various allocations. I said family has its role, the government has its role, the individual has its role. It is sufficient to know that the greatest president America has ever had, Bill Clinton, was an orphan. He lost his dad at a very tender age, and the mother remarried, and he grew up in a setting whereby he grew up, and today he is a great man that has made impact in the lives of this American all over the world. Look at Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He grew up in an orphanage home. So it doesn't really mean that because the government has not done this responsibility, the things are not there for you to, just like the Western world. I remember we were talking behind stage. I said there are things that the government ought to do. Government have to put a lot of things in place for the youth, like the social insurance scheme, whereby even if you are not engaged as a youth, you have something, a stipend that comes to you every month. You have the health insurance. You have everything that have to do that. But government has paid. I would say government has paid. Those things are not really there working. But it now behoves on you as a youth to be guided by the principles of patriotism, for you to have a life other than where you are right now. Because whether you like it or not, you have a life than being a youth to be a better citizen of Nigeria. Because we are aspiring. Today, I remember when I was in school, I want to become somebody that when I speak to society, people hear me and learn from me. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So I believe that as a youth, even when the government is not forthcoming in putting incentive and wherever you need to get in place to become on government angle, but you have to talk to yourself. We have to talk to ourselves as youth.
Okay.
We have to realize that we have a life to live. We have a society we must better. Because as a youth, you must get married. You will have wife and children. Your children are also looking up to you, because they say garbage. When you are a youth that is so hungry, you still fight, you still follow politicians to snatch ballot boxes, you still fight in the street, and you're still a gangster. You give birth to children that will see daddy doing those things,
right,
and they want to copy and do.
Thank you for that admonition. Let's look at how today's youth hold accountable government of the day. You are the youth chairman at Edo State Chapter NYCN. Now, how often? Because democratically, it's expected that at least the people should hold their government accountable for any projects being done for a fiscal year, to also make the government engage the public on how such projects were carried out and all that. How often have you done this in Edo State?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's a very nice question. By the grace of God, there are some persons, some of us as you too fail to understand that we are government. What do I mean by that? They feel like it's only those that hold power, those that are being elected are persons
That conscious.
that conscious say that they are government. No. If, for example, in your constituency or your locality or your community, and it was budgeted that there should be a borehole, they should sink a borehole in that community, and you see that borehole is not sorted, it is the duty of the citizen and the youth in that particular community to call whosoever that they have been elected to order that this thing was budgeted. We are not seeing it. It is their own duty. It is only when we now come together collectively, I think we have a better nation. And let me say this. I believe if we almost understand that we must come together to change this country, we shouldn't leave it in one particular place and say, oh, because the government is doing X, Y, Z, we keep on complaining without holding our government accountable to us. What do I mean by that? By the grace of God, there are some things that happen. What I normally do is that I just put it into writing. If it's something that I see that is supposed to be done by the senator of any senatorial district, I put it into writing to him. This X, Y, Z was projected, is also and so thing. But the information I'm getting from the local coordinators of the national youth, I'm talking about those leaders at the local level, they are making me feel that whatsoever project that we are really supposed to come into this community is not forthcoming. And I put questions to them, what is happening? And some of them will reply and make me to understand that really those things was budgeted, but the financial power was not there to implement those budgets. That's how we have been doing our best to hold our persons who are in power accountable to the people.
Okay. Okay, because I said that because looking at the past administration of Adams Oshiomhole, where we had the youths then that were disengaged from the scheme, and at present we also have some youths who are also involved in the traffic management system in Nigeria, in Edo State, and all this. Now, we don't want a repeat of what took place in the time of Adams Oshiomhole. Have you engaged the government on this?
Yeah, thank you very much. When you see, government is continuity, and a serious government always learns from the previous government. Yeah. If you see the kind of the ESMA that we have today in Edo State is different from the one that was done from Governor Ali Oshiomhole. And when you look at it, I was telling a friend, the shirt those young men are wearing is Obaseki, while the trouser is Oshiomhole. and that is the truth. And I told somebody, when you see how these people are being equipped, that shows you that the mistake that Oshiomhole had then, Obaseki has already corrected that mistake, and those things will not come to pass again. Because sincerely, I engage even when this thing come up, but I wrote him. I told him something. I said, it's so painful when a man is being employed. At the end of the day, maybe the man is getting 20,000 monthly as an alert suddenly, and that might be the job is being taken from him. It's a suicidal. It's dangerous. To me, from what the governor said, is that these people, they are permanent staff of Edo State government.
Okay.
Look at the structure.
I just use that as an example.
No, you're right.
Because we have reports, we have records where the governor also said we're taking this as a case study because you happen to be the chairman of NYCN or the chapter that's why we're doing this. Now we also hear where the governor also said that he's going to be employing over 200,000 job seekers.
Yes,
so I hope you still have those figures to engage the government because this is where it starts from.
Thank you.
Because the impression some people have is that as executive officers in the NYC, what people just do is just to wet the pipe and get the job done. At the end, nothing is done. But before I get your reactions on that, Francis Nwaifo, all of your reactions on this.
Yeah, I believe that. You see, you asked him about the youth that were disengaged in the previous administration, and to me, I believe I still see most of them in this new setup. So when you find out that 200,000 youths to be employed, it shows that this governor really knows what he's doing. Because for the economy the economy to be vibrant, to be buoyant, employment must be given a priority.
It's key
because it's the key. And not just only, I believe it's not just only on ESMA, other areas and avenue.
Like the agricultural sector.
Yes, I was with the Commissioner for Trade and Investment the other day. He said that Even the trade fair, we used to do trade fair in those states. Later, it now became a do data trade fair. We've not had trade fair for the past 2 or 3 years. So he said that the trade fair and other things are coming on stream, and it shows that when trade fair is coming on stream, they're going to employ more youth. So that means that employment is going to be a continuous thing, and I believe that as time goes on, the government is already on the right path, and the youth is the chairman here, and I believe that he has a list of youth that are employed. So I believe they have data, the database, because data is the one big problem in this country. We should have the data of number of youths that needs employment, because previously we found out that there were duplication of youth having employment. Some get salary here, some get, there's a new scheme, everybody run to the new scheme. This one runs to the new scheme. People earn salary in 5 or 4 places. So this time around, genuinely, if you are out of school, whether you are skilled or not skilled, there must be different type of job for every youth, for unskilled, for skilled, and for the learning, so that you see, I just think can be a pilot state. We can be a model to other states, just like Lagos State is. We can be a model. We can do everything possible before the year 2020. We found out that every youth in this state that is not gainfully employed will be given employment. And you find out that every vices that we see today, robbery, kidnapping, and so on and so forth, are mostly perpetrated by the youth because they are unemployed. So what the governor is doing is in the right track, and when he does it to the later, I believe it will be good.
Also, keeping hope alive, there has been this celebration of Nigeria at 57, and various organizations in the state and other states across the country really have been celebrating this, even churches, NGOs. Yeah. But that seemed to be at the low ebb at the state government level.
Yeah,
Are you surprised about that?
I was very surprised because it has been a norm in Nigeria that when it's October 1st, you see that all schools will be written. They will tell them, find your way to the stadium, and it brings a form of nationalism. Consciousness that, this is my nation.
Reorientation for the youth also can be a factor.
The spirit of nationalism in our youth is so low because they don't even know the government must drive it. That is why I said I was very angry that there was nothing happening in the stadium. You found out that private individuals like your station ITV were the one that took the bull by the horn to bring schools, doing match pass, and that's why because we found out that for the youth to live, for American wants to die for America because of the government is doing everything possible to let them know that this is your country. There is no other country other than ours. We can go on sabbatical, we can go on leave, you can go on a journey to US, but you must come back to your country. And the government, and it starts from this celebration of our independence. So I believe that the government of the day in the state should try as much. I don't know whether it was an oversight. They should try as much as possible to do it on a periodic basis every year. It's once a year. Organize every school, and you find out that when they come, you're not privy to see the governor on a daily basis. You want to see the governor. You want to hear his speech. You want to see the national anthem play. Just like a football match, national anthem is play. You see some players whip. They are crying. Why are they crying? Not that there is somebody whipping them behind. They feel that, who am I for the national anthem to be singing for me? It means that it gives you a sense of this is my country. I believe that was missing on Sunday in Edo State.
Okay, what's your reaction on that? I know you want to react to what I said before.
Yeah,
you have freedom of speech.
Yeah, I think let me say this.
Provided you don't do any hate speech.
No. I'm one of those who are campaigning against.
All right, go ahead.
The issue is this, Mr. Philip.
Yeah.
The government cannot create job for everybody.
Right.
And Obaseki, my governor, understand that. That's why the first day Obaseki entered his office, the first place he visited was Benin Technical College. The reason is he understands that the only persons who can create job are people who have acquired skills, people who are entrepreneurs. It's only entrepreneurs that can create job. People are shouting Lagos. Lagos economic is booming, whatsoever. What is the secret behind it? It's entrepreneurship. And the government have understand that the only people who can create jobs are entrepreneurs. So I want to thank him for that. And let me come back on the issue of October. I think, to me, at this point, the governor of Edo State know it best the reason why we did not go to stadium on the celebration of Independence Day. But moreover, he went to church for prayer. And from there, he made a lot of say we had 7 inmates for being given opportunity for freedom, and also they were allowing opportunity to advise them that what just happened today is just a golden opportunity. They shouldn't misuse it. They should stay out of crime. Then let us now come back to the issue of youth in Edo State. Mr. Philip, I want to say this. I have nowhere to go. A lot of people have nowhere to go. The only country and the state that we have to my heart today is Edo State. And for the youth, they must understand the best way that we have all the energy to develop this state. And for what he has said, really the government has failed us. It is our duty for us to look into our inner mind and see what we can contribute to this economy. And
Okay,
also, let me appeal to the government that thank God for Governor Obaseki for creating the enabling environment. It is one governor today that when you do any write-up, is more interested in creating jobs for the youth. When you engage it personally, what they always tell you is, how am I going to take the youth out of the street? He does not believe in those cosmetic employment where you employ people today because of political gain. In the next 1 year, you take them out because the election is coming. His thinking, his belief is that he wants to create jobs that will be permanent to the youth. And that can only be possible if this entrepreneur. You know, the reason
we are not restricting this discussion to the state. I just asked
no,
you.
I normally speak for my state as the state
let's also look at how, because there are so many Edo youths,
yeah.
if we are to go by that,
yeah.
that are not even in the state at present.
Yeah.
They are everywhere,
yeah.
even in diaspora.
Yeah.
They cut across states of the federation. Now let's look at a national perspective on how government can enhance the posterity of the youths.
What, Mr. Philip?
Looking at their participation
yeah.
in government, in government, looking at governance level, as we round off.
Let me say this. Anytime I have the opportunity of speaking to the youth, I always tell them this. We do not have a PC project, rather PDB project or ABGA project. The only project we have today is Nigeria project. Right. We must put Nigeria first in anything we are doing. For example, when you are speaking for a system that is doing right, people have this belief that either you wanted something from government or you are benefiting from government. That is perception of Nigeria, and it's wrong. And thank God for the first time, both the elite and the commoner have agreed that there is need for us to have a respect. Everybody is prepared for restructuring, the evolution of power. Yes. Because the only way you can create jobs for the youth in the various regions is when there is devolution of power. Because today the power in the center is so much. And also let me say this. A lot of people will be saying, why will you be saying, yes, we must first of all restructure our mind.
Okay, thank you.
By doing what we know that is right. And before I round up, let me say a very big thank you to that. Also once again to the entire youth of Edo State. Happy Independence Day.
You said that before.
You are saying it the third
time.
I believe that one day will be the president of this country. Thank you.
I want to say that you've been enjoying your office because at the time you entered, you were wearing this big.
No, because I'm getting mature.
So a lot.
No, I'm getting mature. It's maturity.
Okay, Francis Owaifo, as we round off, what's your advice in summary to the government in enhancing the welfare of the youth? You made mention before we came to the podium about the social insurance scheme.
Yeah.
Can you do that again?
Okay, I can. Yeah, I believe that every responsible government must look at the welfare of its citizens, look at the youth. In lesser economies, let me tell you, UAE, Dubai. What Dubai does here is this: when a child is bettered from a family, government made it compulsory that a certain saving goes to the child's account. Being a boy or a girl is paid to the child. When the child is getting married, what the government does, government liquidates that account. The parents take the money and use it as a parting gift to the child to set up his or her life.
Okay, so we can have this.
That we can borrow from. Let's look at what is working in other countries.
All right,
and do the same thing. And I believe that this same government we have in the state can attract investments.
Okay.
To the state.
Thank you, Pastor Francis Owaifo. Thank you, Ajayi Innocent, for coming. Well, shortly we'll bring you in insurance segment, and that will lead us to news updates.
This is ITV. Certainly the best.